Greetings, Guardians of Dominion. Zeus here with another enlightening video for Hero Wars Alliance. Today, we're diving into Guus and his unique skill set. Normally, I break down each skill individually, but with Guus, his abilities are so deeply connected that explaining them together will give you a much clearer picture of how he truly works. Understanding this synergy is the key to using Guus effectively in battle, so stay with me as we break it all down and unlock his full potential. If you're playing Hero Wars Alliance on Android, now's your chance to save big with Huawei's app gallery. For a limited time, you can get up to 25% off the Golden Pass and receive 15% back in Huawei Points on every purchase, every day. This special campaign runs from June 9th to July 15th, 2025, so act quickly. Just click the link in the description and download the game through App Gallery. Your game progress is completely safe. Simply link your Google or App Gallery account, and you'll pick up right where you left off. Make sure your device country settings are supported, including Austria, Belgium, France, Germany, Italy, Ireland, Netherlands, Poland, Portugal, Switzerland, Spain, Turkey, Ukraine, United Kingdom, and more. Don't miss these exclusive rewards. Tap the link and power up your Hero Wars Alliance journey today. Guus' skill Under the Wing works as both an active and a passive ability. Let's first cover the active part. Every time Guus triggers this skill, he heals every single ally, including himself, for 64,000 health at max level. That healing applies to each hero individually, so when activated for a full team of 5, you're restoring over 320,000 health in total every time this skill fires. This consistent team-wide healing allows your team to stabilize very effectively, especially during extended fights. Now let's move to the passive part of the skill, which is tied to Golden Feather. You'll notice this effect easily. When it's active, a golden feather icon appears above each hero's head. Golden Feather increases the affected hero's critical hit chance by 3,200. The important part is how its duration works. Once applied, it lasts for 8 seconds. But if Golden Feather is applied again by any of Guus' skills before the effect expires, the timer doesn't reset. Instead, it adds another 8 seconds to the remaining time. For example, if 3 seconds have already passed and 5 seconds are left, a new application will extend the effect to 13 seconds. Thanks to this stacking mechanic, Guus can maintain Golden Feather on your team for long periods as long as his skills keep triggering regularly. But it's important to clarify what this critical hit chance bonus actually does. Critical hit chance only applies to physical damage dealers, meaning only heroes whose damage type is physical can benefit from this increased chance to deal double damage. Magic and pure damage heroes receive no benefit from this part of the skill. This makes Guus naturally designed to synergize with physical teams. That doesn't mean you can't pair him with magic heroes. You'll still benefit from his healing, but you'll essentially be using only half of his full potential if you ignore the critical hit synergy. Now let's look at how much physical damage dealers actually benefit from Guus' Golden Feather in real combat. To make this clear, I use two examples, Dante and Ishmael, both facing Galahad. First, let's talk about Dante. Naturally, Dante doesn't have any built-in critical hit chance. His first talisman can provide him with critical hit chance, but in this team we are using his second talisman, which doesn't give any additional critical hit chance. That means Dante fully relies on the bonus from Guus. With Guus granting 3,198 critical hit chance, Dante reaches around 19% critical hit chance when calculated against Galahad's stats. It's helpful, but still not enough to make him a consistent critical damage dealer. Now let's bring in Ishmael. Ishmael naturally comes with 11,100 critical hit chance. When Guus adds his 3,198 bonus, Ishmael's total critical hit chance rises to 14,300. Against Galahad, this gives Ishmael a 51% chance to deal double damage, a huge difference compared to Dante. You can clearly see that Huus has a much stronger impact when paired with heroes who already have built-in critical hit stats. But this doesn't mean you're forced to only play Huus with creep-based heroes. You also have ways to boost the critical hit chance even for heroes like Dante by adding other heroes into the team. For example, if you bring Sebastian alongside Huus and Dante, Sebastian's Skill Hunter's Tune adds another 19,600 critical hit chance, which is actually more than Ishmael's base stat. Combining Sebastian and Huus allows heroes like Dante to fully unlock their double damage potential, making Huus far more versatile in physical teams than he might seem at first glance. Also, it's important to mention how the critical hit bonus from Under the Wing is actually calculated. The value of this bonus is based on Huus' physical attack stat, but it's locked at the very start of the battle. This means that even if other heroes on your team later activate skills that increase Huus' physical attack during the fight, it won't affect the critical hit chance bonus. The critical hit increase remains fixed at 3,198, no matter how much Huus' physical attack might change while the battle is ongoing. So, when you're building Huus, focus on his physical attack, since that's what determines the strength of this part of the skill. Now let's move to Huus' second skill, Feather Squad. When Huus activates this skill, he gives a golden feather to every ally standing in front of him. You'll see the golden feather icon appear right above their heads. As long as the hero has this golden feather, they regenerate health every time they take damage from enemies. The healing amount is 13,800 health, and it's fixed for each hit. It doesn't matter how big or small the incoming damage is. Whether the hero takes 100,000 damage or just 10,000, they will still heal for 13,800 each time they are hit, as long as they hold the golden feather. This healing isn't tied to skill cooldowns or timing. The moment a hero receives damage from an enemy, the healing is immediately triggered, as long as they still have the golden feather active on them. Now, the description can be a bit confusing for some players. The healing works no matter where the damage is coming from, even if it's from enemy heroes positioned behind Huus or from any skill that deals damage. The key thing is simple: as long as the golden feather is active, every hit received by that hero will trigger healing. It's also important to mention that while Feather Squad gives the golden feather only to allies in front of Huus, there is still a way for backline heroes to benefit from this healing. Huus' first skill, Under the Wing, applies the golden feather to all allies, including those in the backline. And once they have it, they too will receive the same healing effect from Feather Squad every time they are damaged. Now let's move to Huus' third skill, Beak Peak. This skill works a bit differently and might feel tricky at first. In order for Beak Peak to activate, the hero must already have a golden feather. That's the key condition. The golden feather should have been applied earlier by one of Huus' other skills. Without it, this skill won't trigger at all. Now, here's what happens. If the health of an ally with a golden feather is supposed to drop below 25%, Beak Peak automatically activates just before that happens. Instead of letting the health fall dangerously low, Huus instantly heals that hero for 113,000 health. This can save the hero right at the critical moment. But there's more. After this main healing happens, the skill gives additional healing based on how many seconds are still remaining on that golden feather's duration. For every remaining second, the hero receives an extra 5,200 health. Let's break it down with an example. Imagine the golden feather was applied 3 seconds ago, which means 5 seconds are still left. In this case, after the initial healing of 113,000 health, the hero will receive an extra 26,000 healing. The total healing depends directly on how much time is still left on the golden feather. The more time remaining, the more extra healing the hero gets. However, there's a trade-off. Once Beak Peak activates, the golden feather is consumed and disappears. That means the hero will no longer benefit from the critical hit chance bonus and from the healing they would normally get from Huus' second skill each time they take damage. You can think of it this way. Huus says, if you're about to drop too low, I'll save you with a big heal. But I'll also take back your golden feather in return. Now let's move to Huus' fourth skill, Honedon. This skill works very differently compared to most heroes in Hero Wars. Every time Huus lands a critical hit, something special happens. Instead of dealing bonus critical hit damage directly to the enemy, his critical hits turn into healing for his team. Every time his critical hit lands, all allies around the target are healed for 37,960 health. But that's not all. When Huus performs this critical hit, besides healing his allies, he also grants golden feathers to nearby allies. This is extremely important because, as we've seen, the golden feather is the core mechanic that activates his other skills. The more allies receive golden feathers, the more healing and protection Huus provides to the entire team. Now let's go even deeper. If an ally already has a golden feather, and they land their own critical hits, their critical hit damage is boosted by an additional 37,960, based on Huus' physical attack. For honor faction heroes, there's even one more bonus: their critical hit damage gets increased by another 10% when they have the golden feather active. So if you build Huus with honor heroes, this skill becomes even stronger. But here comes one of the most important parts of this skill. If you pair Huus with heroes who can provide more critical hit chance to the team, like Sebastian, Julius, Ju or Oya, you will help Huus land even more critical hits. And the more often Huus lands critical hits, the more often he applies golden feathers and heals his allies. This creates a kind of snowball effect. More critical hits means more healing, more golden feathers, and more protection. In the right team, with strong critical hit support, Huus can go absolutely crazy with healing and team sustain. So when you combine all four of Huus' skills, here's how it works in practice. If an ally has the golden feather above their head, they will get additional critical hit chance from Huus. Every time they take damage, they receive healing. When they land a critical hit themselves, they deal extra critical hit damage. When Huus lands a critical hit, he heals them again and applies more golden feathers. And if their health is about to drop under 25%, Huus activates his massive emergency healing to save them. And that wraps up Huus and his full skill set. As you've seen, everything revolves around the golden feather, combining healing, critical hit power, and strong team support. When built with the right physical heroes and critical hit boosters like Sebastian or Oya, Huus can turn into a real healing machine while still amplifying your damage dealers. Let me know in the comments how you plan to build your Huus team. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you're always ready for the next guide. Stay focused, stay prepared, and as always, salute and friendship.